We are starting the pick-a-pile reading for April of 2025. This is predictions and advice to help you get through the craziness that is spring and also April. I'll give you a moment to pick your piles. You can type them in chat, you can keep them to yourself, whatever you feel like doing. I will show you the crystals. We have the calcite. It's a specific type of calcite. I always forget the name every time, but it starts with the word aqua something calcite. It's a cute butterfly. That's pile 1. For pile number 2, we have ruby fuchsite in the shape of an egg. You know, Easter. This one also, if you put it under UV light, it will glow. Don't roll away. Okay. And then pile number 3, we have rainbow aura quartz. If you guys would like to meditate on your piles or need some extra time choosing, you can now take the time to do so. Take as much time as you need. Right. Pile number 1. We have the King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reversed. Move these over. Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Move these over a little more. And Eagle Spirit, reversed. Spirit has your back. Pile number 1, we have King of Swords representing your challenge in April. And you are being challenged to really attune into your sense of power, your sense of authority, the jurisdiction that you have over your own life, the story that you lead, what you stand for, your morals and values, being the main character of your story. It's about aligning to that sense, that aspect of yourself. Everybody has that main character aspect of themselves. Everyone is the leader of their own story. And it's a challenge for you this month to attune into that energy. It's within you. Don't think it's not, because it is. You just have to reawaken it and exercise it in its full capacity. Then we have Ace of Pentacles in reverse in the positive influence. Now, some may see this and see it as a negative because Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like, it's about stagnance, things, new beginnings kind of falling flat. Things not moving along, money may be looking slim. Things are just kind of looking bland and they feel like they're not really going anywhere at the moment. But the reason that this is happening, that this stalemate is happening, is so that it gives you time to introspect and connect with yourself, so that you can come into this main character energy, this authority, this leadership over your life, so that you can achieve wealth, to achieve your desires, to achieve what you've been trying to start for so long. So it's one of those things where it's a blessing in disguise. Like, yeah, stalemate sucks, but it's for your greatest benefit, for you to have the time and the space to grow yourself, to grow into your self-confidence, to grow into your main character energy. And then we have for the negative influence with the 9 of Pentacles in reversed. Because of the stalemate that you're facing, you feel threatened. You know, the antelope, or the gazelles, not really sure what these are, something like that. They are prey animals of the savannah. They are preyed after by lions and tigers and all those sorts of big cats. And a lot of the times, their security is being threatened. And it's up to them, because although they are prey, one of the things that prey is incredible at is escaping dangerous situations. It's playing out this whole story in my mind here, where you've come from a place where you're experiencing setbacks, financial loss, lack of stability. But in turn, it's also blessing you with this time and space for you to grow your sense of character, your confidence. The one thing about it, though, that sucks, like I said before, is the fact that you're in an unstable situation. It's making you feel not the greatest. It's making you feel stuck. It's making you feel like you don't have a lot of options. But that's why we need to step away, pile 1. Step away from everything that you're dealing with on the 3D level and focus on you. If nothing is going on currently, and you've tried everything that you can to try to get this in motion and it's not working, that's a sign that you need to shift your energy and put it elsewhere. Putting it into you, putting it into your own mental blocks. And when it's like magic, genuinely, because when you start to sort out those mental blocks and sort out and really connect with yourself, it's like things begin to shift automatically without you having to do really much. Moving on to opportunities for you to seek out this month in April. Pile number 1, we have Lost Spirit. Sometimes life stings. The opportunity in which you need to seek out is to, again, see the things that are negative in your life and see them as blessings in disguise. It's difficult to do. It's not easy by any means, but it's about shifting your perspective, raising your vibration to be that main character. You know, if we talk about, let's say, for example, anime, it's the one thing that I'm I can make connections to easily. Or really any main hero of the story, right? A lot of the times our heroes, they face great atrocities. So with, let's see, we're talking about Luffy from One Piece. We're talking about Luffy. He has the most fun, bright, and loving energy. But he has faced many atrocities. He's seen many people die. He's seen whole villages suffer because of wrongdoings and criminal activity. He's seen people have their dreams ripped away, and he's had his own dreams ripped away several times. But he still maintains that high frequency. There's times that he falls off that frequency, but he always regains it back because he remembers who he is. He remembers that he's the king of the pirates. He remembers why he's on this journey. Even though he experiences a lot of pain, a lot of trials and turbulence, he still remembers where his energy is meant to be and what he stands for. Not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love. But when we look through the eyes of wasp spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there is a purpose for pain, just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too, the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that wasp spirit has shown up. But you will soon come to see that spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, wasp spirit was conspiring with spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and wasp spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting might hurt, but something better awaits you. Which is a fantastic segue into what to take time for this month for you, pile number 1. With Eagle Spirit reversed, Spirit has your back. Again, we're talking about these hard times that you're encountering, these not so pleasant happenings that you've been dealing with. And because of these hard things happening, just like with what Wasp Spirit said about feeling resentment or feeling angry or disappointed of what's going on, sometimes these negative things that we experience can dull our belief and our faith in the universe, our belief and faith of things going well, our belief and faith in our ability to shape our future and to shape our life into something that we see more fit. And basically, Eagle Spirit Universe is saying, just because things are really shit right now, doesn't mean that they're going to be shit in the future. And the reason it's not being shit in the future is because you have us to thank, the universe, God, whoever that is for you. If there was nothing that could ever go wrong in the universe, there would be nothing to celebrate. There'd be no accomplishments that could be had. The reason that we have accomplishments and we have things to celebrate is because of all the bullshit that we had to go through in order to get there. And that's why it's like, oh my god, we did it! We went through all this fucking shit that sucked so bad so that we could be awesome. That's the whole point. If you don't go through the nasty tumbles, you'll never get the chance to stand back up again. Our trials and tribulations that we go through give us purpose, and they give us a plot. If we didn't have trials and tribulations in our lives, nothing would be exciting. We wouldn't have personality, and quite frankly, in my opinion, I don't think we would exist. So, again, make sure that you give gratitude to the universe, to spirit, to God, whatever you believe in, and give gratitude for yourself for going through this shit. Like, give yourself a pat on the back, like, I've been through so much shit, and I've been trying my best every single day. And that's kind of the start to building that confidence, is like, I've been through so much, and I'm still here, and I'm still trugging along. So if I'm still here and I'm still struggling along, things are bound to get better, and I am meant to succeed. I will go ahead and read Eagle Spirit's message. If you are walking awkwardly and feeling embarrassed, Eagle Spirit is here to tell you that is only because right now you are meant to fly. Soar over the troubles that have you feeling scared and alone. See the big picture, yet retain your eagle eye for the details that help you reclaim your wisdom and courage. Or perhaps you are making yourself small for the sake of getting others to accept you. Now is not the time to be vulnerable and dependent, for you have the wings to fly your own, and you need to do that at this time. There is no need to huddle in a shelter or even to seek out a flock to support you, for Eagle Spirit says you have tremendous wisdom and courage within. Let it arise so that you might soar proudly, with the angels serving as the wind beneath your wings. From these heights, you can make the best and most powerful choices for the highest good of all. That's so true, because, you know, when we hit rock bottom and we feel like we have nothing, our life is just kind of hit the most shit spot that it could possibly be in. Wings flying. That's when we have the most power, because when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. You can't dig farther down. You're already at the bottom. And there's only improvement to be had. So, Pile 1, if you've been feeling you're going through the fucking shit lately, have faith and have confidence in yourself and the universe to be able to succeed. Because when you do that, soaring is going to be easy. Things are just going to flow naturally when you believe in yourself and dissolve those obstacles in the mental space. Pile number 1, just a summary. You've been going through some tough stuff, but you're being challenged to really tap into your main character energy, your confidence, your authority, to stand up for what you value and what you believe in and what you want to create for your life. And even though things have been difficult, the fact that you've gotten this far is proof that you are 100% capable of achieving even more and more and more and more. Whatever you set out to do is possible for you to achieve. You just have to believe in yourself, believe in spirit, and have gratitude for yourself, and have gratitude for spirit or the universe or God, or however you see the divine. And that's your April. It's very expansive, very explorative of the self and of your journey. So definitely take advantage of that this month, pile number 1. Next up we have pile number 2 with Ruby Fuchsite. The egg shape is not a coincidence, I'll tell you that much. So, pile number 2, we have 7 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Wands reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles in reversed. We have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. And Wildcat Spirit, life is a mystery, reversed. Okay, I'm gonna give a general rundown of what I feel is going on, because for some reason I feel called to do that first, and then I'll go through each card one by one. So, pile number 2, you've been starting on a new expedition, growing this new future for yourself, trying to attain and go on a new journey, trying to cultivate something that you're very passionate about, that you've been working on. However, you're feeling a bit impatient because you're not seeing the results super fast, or it's not advancing at the speed that you had expected it to go. And now you're being kind of called to embrace the flow of which nature is deciding to take this journey, this accumulation of yours. I will go deeper into that. So starting off with your challenge in April, pile number 2, is that you're being challenged to be patient and to keep working at what you have been and having faith that it will come to fruition for you. It's about that hard work, that labor, and also that mix of slowing down and having that patience in order for everything to come to fruition. You're tired. You've been at this for a long time, you know. With the yak here, its horns are growing long, its hair is growing long. It's been at this for a long time. It's starting to get tired. But just keep making sure that you're taking enough time for you to rest and trying as best as you can not to become impatient, because this is something that it needs extreme patience. It's growing. It's 100% following the laws of nature. And nature, as we know it, is very slow, especially when we're eager and we're looking at how we're how fast things are going or how fast we're achieving things, it can feel painfully slow. But 5-10 years from now, this will all be a blur of the past, and this thing that you're doing has already been achieved, and you've already done several milestones by then. So right now it feels really slow, but in time it'll feel like this was just a blip of the past. This painstaking waiting. And like in the themes of Easter, you know, we have the egg. Things are birthing, things are coming to life. And you need to honor the time that things take in order to become big and beautiful. With the positive influence being the 6 of Wands reversed. It's one of those things where, like, in the future, your impatience that you're experiencing right now and your eagerness for things to get going and these setbacks that you're experiencing is going to make the victory of this even sweeter. It's going to make the fruit even plumper. You know, there's a lot of things that you will experience in trials in trying to birth this thing that you've been working on. And all that work and painstakingness. And, you know, sometimes when things aren't going the way that we expected to, or we aren't improving as fast as we envisioned, sometimes that can bruise our ego. We can feel kind of shitty about ourselves for a while. But it's important that you don't take this personally, because it has nothing to do with the efforts that you've been putting in. You've been working tirelessly. But it's about how the patience that you maintain during it. That's the real challenge. And as well as the patience, it's also about the gratitude that you give yourself for putting in so much effort into this, and the gratitude and faith that you have in the universe, God, however you like to see that, and helping you to grow this idea, to grow this plan, this journey that you've been trying to build. And then for the negative influence, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which right away when I pulled this card, it was like an overbearing mother figure. And again, that goes to the impatience. It's like in the metaphor of a plant. It's like you planted your seeds and you've been staring at the plant. You've been staring at the plant the whole time, making sure that you're always like helicopter parenting your goal, helicopter parenting your achievement, the thing that you're trying to develop. And you're like making sure you're doing everything by the book. You're just staring at the plant the whole time, waiting for it to do something. And then panic starts to set in. It's like, oh no, am I not doing everything right? And then you start to blame yourself. It's a whole cycle. Illuminating what opportunity you need to take this month. Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. No, the thing about that is that's so fucking funnily timed, because this whole reading is about being patient and waiting for things to continue on. And that was so fucking perfect. Embracing the in-between. You're in between production pile number 2. You started the thing, you planted the seeds to get things in motion, you've built this foundation for things to build and progress. And right now you're playing the waiting game. And it's uncomfortable. And with Flamingo Spirit, opportunity you need to take is embracing this uncomfortable time. And when we embrace, and that when we tap into patience and tap into the flow in which, you know, nature flows and the flow in which the universe flows, we get to experience the journey in full gear. And when we allow ourselves to experience the journey in full gear, Again, the sweeter the fruit is, the more wisdom and knowledge we get to accumulate out of this experience, which is the whole point of an experience, is to experience it. And it's very important for you, pile number 2, for you to tap into this patience, to tap into the flow of nature. Meditation may be helpful for you to help you slow down in your mind, and as well as practicing gratitude to remind you and remind your nervous system that you and the universe are collabing together to do everything you can for you to be successful. And guess what? You will be successful. Anything that you put your mind to, put your effort into, you will be successful as long as you are putting the right things in place, which you have been. Now, you just need to trust and you need to wait. I will read out Flamingo Spirit's message for you. Embrace the in-between. Balance comes easily to Flamingo Spirit, who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan for a future yet to be, but do not resist Flamingo Spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens. With one foot in the life you are moving away from, and one in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions, you must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. The presence of Flamingo Spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and trust as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. So that's the opportunity that you need to take this month, pile number 2. And then we have Bobcat Spirit in reverse. Life is a mystery. It can totally spike our anxiety when we're facing things that are a mystery. This has been a common theme through today's readings. The unknown, facing the mystery and being like, oh no, I don't know everything, so I'm scared, which is 100% a completely normal and very human reaction to facing things that we don't know anything about, or don't know the outcome of, or anything of that nature where we are unaware. And what you need to take time for is soothing your nervous system. Again, making sure that you remain in a calm, present state so that you can allow nature to do what it needs to do in order to assist you in cultivating this goal. I'll read Bobcat Spirit out to you. Bobcat Spirit tells you this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself as truths begin to emerge in your awareness. Self-protection is called for, so be discerning, selective, and even secretive, revealing no more than is necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check your own motives as well as those of others as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who may potentially misunderstand your intentions or may not be supportive. Let your logical mind take a rest as you start to perceive the energy of your environment. Bobcat Spirit wants you to be stealthy and wise, and keep your own counsel. Let yourself be a mystery yet to be revealed. That's another thing. As I mentioned before with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the negative influence of your month of April, pile number 2. It may not be all of you, but some of you may have a individual or many individuals in your life who are kind of, it could be a few different things. They could be possessive over you and what you do with your life, or controlling in some way, or they may have lots of judgments for who you are and what you do with your time and what you do with your life. These people who are helicoptering over you, trying to manage you in some way, malicious or not. If you feel you have a person like this in your life, pile number 2, be careful about talking to them or bringing up these plans and these things that you're trying to cultivate, because yes, they can definitely, those people can definitely stain your experience in that. And again, very important for you to tap into yourself, to regulate your nervous system, and to practice having faith in things going well and having gratitude for the work that you've put in and for how nature and the universe is assisting you in making this come to fruition. You are at a time, you are in a time right now, pile number 2, where you are easily influenced, you know. It's when we're talking about eggs and things birthing, for a metaphor, you are in one of the first stages of creation. And during this time, we are very vulnerable, even when we are being created. We are very vulnerable to changes, and we're very vulnerable to our environment, which is why it's so important for us to make sure that we have a sturdy sense of self and that we remain in the moment and balanced, so that our inner state doesn't influence our capability of growing this. Summary for you, pile number 2. You're building something great, having some difficulty being patient, and you may have some influences over you of other people being impatient, or yourself, or some other things trying to have an influence in shifting what you set out to do. It's important that you stay strong with what you set out to do, and to make sure that you have patience and that you stay true to it, as well as being present in the moment and making sure that you're doing everything right materially, and then also setting time for yourself to maintain your sense of self, your integrity, to maintain your sense of balance during all of this creation of chaos. And pile 2, that is your April prediction and advice. Last but not least, we have pile number 3. We have 3 of Cups in reversed, Page of Cups, and Knight of Cups. Holy fuck, water energy. I've never done a reading like this where there's been one suit. We have Otter Spirit, you are never alone. Again, more water energy. And Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. Ooh, that's interesting. Given all of the water, then we have Pig Spirit with the mind. In tarot and symbolism of divinity in general, oftentimes water depicts the emotions, it depicts the heart. And then at the very end of all of this heart talk, we have Pig Spirit with use your mind wisely. The balance between the heart and mind. Now, pile number 3. If I haven't collected this already, you are very much a person that is connected to your emotions, and you feel very strongly about a lot of things, and you experience life very emotionally. And it's important to honor your emotions, because that's your main state of experience, that you're very connected to that. Honor it. But also let there be room for logic, because no matter where our center of focus and our center of experience is, we always need to have a balance in one way or another. Now, getting into the actual reading on this, going through each card individually. We're never alone. The 3 of Cups reversed. Because typically, when the 3 of Cups is upright, this is your challenge, by the way. Pile number 3, your challenge for April is the 3 of Cups in reverse. Usually when the 3 of Cups is upright, it speaks about collaboration, people working in harmony, community, communication with others. But when it's in reverse, that communication is blocked somehow. Either other people aren't understanding you, there's things that you aren't expressing, or there's a block of expression in some way. It can also suggest dishonesty amongst people. And so your challenge is navigating through expression, navigating what you need to express and what you've been holding back from expressing, and as well as managing and maneuvering through how other people are expressing themselves and finding the truth in their words. Because there's this disconnection with your group of people, you could be feeling kind of lonely and like you're not being understood. You have all of these dreams, these things that you want to do, these things that you want to express, and things that you're very passionate about, but it's not being received, whether you're not sharing it or the other people around you aren't open to receiving what you're sharing. We have the positive influence for your April pile number 3. And your positive influence is that, yes, your emotions, you're very creative, you're very passionate, you have this very young, beautiful energy to you of you're just a beautiful soul who wants to explore, who wants to create, who wants to play. And it's something that's very beneficial for you to tap into this month, especially with this block of communication. This joyous, creative energy that you have at your soul center is going to help you maneuver through this challenge. It's going to help you expand yourself and understand how you want to express and how you want to be viewed off of your expression. Now, of course, with people's opinions of us, we can't, no matter how much we change about ourselves or what we say, we can't guarantee a specific response out of that person in their response to us and how we express. However, despite that, it's very important that you're true to yourself and that you're expressing yourself earnestly and honestly without any apologies. And if someone doesn't like that, they can very well fuck right off. And then we have the negative influence with the Knight of Cups. Now, a lot of the times the Knight of Cups indicates another person in our lives who is very romantic. It could be a romantic partner, or it could be someone who's very, very emotional too, but in a way that's more goal-oriented. And they're a strong person. They've been through a lot of their own shenanigans, and he's got the head of a beast here. He slayed the beast, and he's very opinionated and very emotional about his opinions. It could be whatever gender person. It doesn't have to be a male in particular or anything. But this person, I feel like this is where the communication thing is. This person is one way or another making it hard for you to communicate and express yourself. It could be a person from your past. It could be a person that you currently deal with. And if it's a person in the past that you no longer have connection with, sometimes when we encounter a person with very strong opinions and ideals in our past, we can carry those perceptions and ideals with us in our mind that influence the way that we perceive ourselves and that we perceive our expression. And if that's the case for you, that's kind of what it would detail. But yeah, a person with very strong opinions with kind of influence over you in one way or another. And that's the negative influence. It's kind of, again, making that challenge of you being true to yourself and expressing yourself for who you are and being passionate in what you do. And this is a very isolating feeling, like I said, moving into the segue for Otter Spirit. It's very isolating to feel like no one cares about what you do or who you are, or you feel like you're being judged by other people. And it's hard to get through and hard to remind yourself all the time that you are who you are and you need to express yourself and love yourself for who you are. It's hard to tell yourself that by yourself. Not impossible, but it can be difficult. And it's also at the same time important to make sure that you are also telling yourself that. But pile number 3, the opportunity that you need to take this month with Otter Spirit, You Are Never Alone, the opportunity you need to take is to connect with those who do understand you and who do accept you for exactly as you are, and allows you to speak and express yourself exactly as you are. For some of you, this could indicate reconnecting with this person that you're having communication difficulties with and expressing yourself fully, heart right on your sleeve. For some of you, for the other portion of you, this could be reaching out to new friends or new people in your life to try to cultivate that togetherness, as well as connecting with other people, because, you know, as humans, we're social animals. We need our communities in order to thrive. If it's not about meeting people specifically for you, it could be about connecting with the divine, connecting with spirit guides, and having them help you to express yourself and guide you through and remind you that you are loved, and to remind you that you will find your people who understand you and accept you and will love you for how you express yourself and love you for all the things that you want to do and all your passions and all that good shit. So I will read to you, Otter Spirit. You are never alone. Like true friends, otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs offer reassurance that we are never really alone and that we are always cherished. Otter Spirit has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, and your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. Otter Spirit's message is that presence matters, so remember to be fully present with those you care about, helping them sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Now is a time for a joyful celebration of the love in your life and that expresses as friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full intention, saying, "I care, you matter." Make time for friendship. Otter Spirit promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love and care about you. You are never alone, and you are always loved. I got a little emotional here and there. I don't know if you guys in Pile 3 did too. And it's true that sometimes when we have past perceptions about people's judgments of us, and, you know, some of us have experienced abandonment. Some of us have experienced just people not accepting us for who we are. And oftentimes that creates a lot of anxiety around expressing the self. And so people who experience those types of things tend to not reach out to friends in fear that they won't accept them, or they're rejection sensitive, or socially they're anxious and they're afraid of what people will think of them. But pile number 3, in this month, you are absolutely being called to take this opportunity of reaching out to others, being your full authentic self, not hiding anything away, and allowing the people that do truly love you and care about you to come to you, to be welcomed into your life, and to learning about you, to be in the presence of your passion with you. And if you don't open those doors to make that possible, it's going to make it really hard for you to find those people. And I feel this is where Pig Spirit comes in, because, you know, Pile 3, I know we're deeply emotional people, you know, and when we're hurt, we get really fucking hurt. And it's so important for us when we're navigating situations that make us anxious, or that bring us back to a painful memory, that we remember to use our logical minds and remember that this is the present. The past that happened will not dictate this present or the future that we are experiencing. And we need to do things that honor us, and that we need to do things that are going to aid us in creating, aid us in connecting. So try not to fixate on all of the hurt that you've experienced because of these communication difficulties. Remember that you have the ability to create anew, and that you know yourself more than anyone else. So if someone's gonna have an opinion about you, or they have something wrong with the way that you express yourself or the way that you just naturally are, once again, they can go fuck right off. And you absolutely, you have the power to do that, to cut off the people who don't honor you, and to continue to search and to connect with yourself and connect with others. Now, I will continue to read on Pig Spirit. This is what you need to take time for, to really soak into your mind and to help yourself exist in a way that is true to you. Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition, partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When Pig Spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you know already. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is the time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are the alignment with Pig Spirit. For you are in alignment with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. Summary for you, pile number 3. We gather that you are a very emotionally driven individual. You're very driven by the heart. You're very driven by your passions. Also, by the way, if you're seeing this, pile number 3, look into 639 Hertz music as we're playing above here. It's very heart-opening, and it can help you to express yourself authentically. But anyway, very emotional, very passionate person. You've been experiencing some communication difficulties and facing influences of being judged or not being heard out in the right way or in the way that's authentic to you. And this month, pile number 3 is about your journey in creating a community that's especially for you, dissolving any communication difficulties and expression difficulties, and really tapping into your sense of self and strengthening that. Thank you everyone who has been watching this far, whether you're watching now live in stream or watching in the future of the VOD. And I hope these piles or pile that you picked resonated for you, and I wish you luck in the craziness of April.